So the first question in the Q&A box, we have on the average, sir, what do you think it would cost? Okay, I think we have addressed that. We have Mr. Lani Damilola. The 70%, how will it be paid back? What's the rate on the money borrowed?
Okay, so those are based on an individual case. It's a case-by-case basis. So it's not something, I'm not the one borrowing the money. It's an institution. I'm just connecting you with those who can help you borrow you the money, right? So, and it's on a case-by-case basis. I can only guide you on what to watch out for, what to look out for. But what you borrow, how you borrow is based on the deal. It's not something we can discuss. It's on a case-by-case basis. Paying back is also a function of the term of the loan. Some loan, we are taking a 30-year mortgage. Some is a bridging loan of just 1 year. Okay, some is a construction loan, right? So some of the loans I'm doing are just construction loan. So what do I mean? I first of all try to get loan to buy the property. In some cases, I'm getting both loan to buy the property and loan to build together. Okay, and it's just maybe a 2-year loan. It's sometimes 18 months loan. And once I'm done, I then refinance the project. Refinance means, remember, like I told you earlier, once the project is completed, they come and value it, and they value it usually double the money you put into the deal, sometimes way more, sometimes less if the market is bad, right? So based on that, in America, you can pull out that new valuation. So I'll give you an example. It costs you, let's say, 1 million to buy land. It costs you another 1.5 to build house on it, right? And then the valuation came, and the value is now 5.5 million after you are done with the whole project. What does that mean in America? What it means in America is that you can then refinance it and pull out 85% of 5.5 million. Can anybody tell me what is the 85% of 5.5 million? Quickly, give me the numbers. 85% of 5.5 million is how much?
85% of 5.5 is 4.675.
Now, 4.6575, do you agree with me? You will be able to pay the first 1 million you used to buy the land? Yes or no? Do you agree you'll be able to pay the second 1.5 you used to build on the land? Right? That making 2.5, isn't it? And then you are left with what? You said the amount is 4.3, Abby? Okay.
Sorry, sir. The amount is 4.675.
Right? So you are left with, when you remove 2.5, you are left with how much now? You are left with what?
About 2.175.
Is it 2.175, right?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
know that is a pure profit? Meanwhile, you will still be able to collect the rent on the entire building for as long as you want. As long as you keep paying the mortgage, the new mortgage, because there will not be a new mortgage, you will be paying the new finance company that financed it at 5.5 million. Does that make sense? So,
yes, sir.
Is that from the rent people are now paying, once you pay your mortgage, you will still be able to make something on top for another 30 years till you finish paying the entire mortgage, and that property now belongs to you for life. You see the beauty of real estate in America?
Yes, sir.
Of course, if you do it well. Of course, your hands can be bumped. No guarantees. That's why we keep saying training, mentorship, support, and things like that.
Perfect, sir. So we have Miss Chisom. We have Miss Chisom here. Her hands are up. Miss Chisom, you can say something. I have granted you the permission to speak.
All right. Good evening, sir. I'm actually a
Oh,
male.
you're a he. I
Yeah.
apologize. I thought
Fine.
you were a she.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity to ask this question. So first off, I would like to, just like you said, you need. I'm aware you need a license for real estate brokerage in the US. So my question is, is there some sort of license you would need as a real estate developer, or do you need say maybe like the health and safety guys to just come check whatever it is that you're building, you get your necessary permits and approvals and you go on, to do that. And I think and that question I ask is, do you have a team that does all of the construction, or you have like contractors that you're using, for your project? And finally, the last one would be, as opposed to buying land, for development, is there a case where you can go shopping, in the sense that, there are probably projects or there are areas that are considered what's I'm looking for the word now. They're considered taking like poison, for an area. So they could be like a hood where, nothing good is coming out of that place, and the what's it called now? The community is looking for someone to just come, maybe turn the place to a library, or you use it to, you can put up something where people can come live. So my question is, as opposed to looking for land to buy, and this option, is that an option that we can also explore? Yeah, those are my questions, sir. Thank you, sir.
So,
Thank you, Mr. Trisha.
so first of all, you don't need a license to be a real estate developer. You, as a real estate developer anywhere in the world, you are supposed to be an aggregator. Your job is bring together the people financing you, bring together the contractor, we call it GC, general contractor in America, who is responsible for the construction, right? Of course, you work with some GC also help you with permits. So you work with professionals also who will help you with the permits. You also are responsible to work with the architect to come up with the concept of the design that you are now submitting for approval. So you are supposed to be an aggregator. So typically, real estate development is either studied in university or you learn it through and informally. Like I have had to learn it over the years, from Nigeria to Dubai to UK to America now. But it's not as if you need a license for that. But of course, everybody within that value chain needs a license. You must work with a general contractor that has a license. You must work with mortgage brokers that have license. You must work with the property agent to acquire the property that has license. So yes, everybody within the value chain has, but because as a developer, you are like an investor, right? You are bringing everybody together. You don't need a license. As for the concepts, the concept of real estate differs. There are several concepts. The concept you use determine the risk involved. So, oh, I'm not buying land. Yes, I just gave you the first case study I gave you. We're not buying land. We're buying already an apartment. But that apartment is a bit, old, right? So we then will be taking rent while we go and get permits to build it as new and then go multiple story high. That's a concept, and that's similar to the concept you are talking about, right? So it's a concept, every concept is okay. Just be sure you have learned it, you've worked with a professional. So the rule, people always ask me, where do I start from? You start by looking for someone like me who's already doing it and partner, okay? Involved in one deal, two deal, three deal, right? And you can see the in and out of it. And after a while, on your own, you can now start doing your own without anybody's help because you've learned it informally, right? That's the wise way to go about this. Else, if you go about it without the knowledge, you would think, oh, I have the money, and then you will see how you can quickly lose all the money and really look like a fool at the end of the day. Okay, so I think I've answered your question. Next.
Thank you very much, sir. So we'll take one question from the Q&A portal. This is from Desond Alex. What are the procedures to apply for the 70% funding from the government or funding institutions? So I think you addressed that in your slides.
I've addressed that. Your mortgage broker will help you through, putting all of that together. Again, let me be honest with you. This class is, I always say there are 4 levels of knowledge: unconsciously incompetent, consciously incompetent, consciously competent, and what? Unconsciously competent. The first level of knowledge is unconsciously incompetent, meaning you do not know that you do not know. Now, how many of you did not know you don't know this much about real estate in America before you came for today's class? Can you type the answer? How many of you felt at least you have more knowledge? Like, I may not know much, but I think I have a clue. But how many of you from this class realize that you were, before you came for this class, unconsciously incompetent? You did not know that you did not know. Come on, give me an answer. Eh?
Sammy, I knew that I did not know, so you cannot shame the shameless.
So that's the real reality here. So this class is to help you discover how much you did not know about the real estate market in the US. Now that you now know that you do not know, what this is supposed to make you do is to now be willing, right, to see how you can then work with a mentor to then move forward. Okay, I'll also give you guys my number. So you want to reach out to me directly, you can chat me up on WhatsApp. The rule is number 1, state your full name, not your first name, not Ogena. Ogena Walter Okuberi, full name. Then you then proceed into your request. What exactly is your question? Right? Because we may not be able to take everybody's question. We have to wrap up by 9 West Africa and London time, and that should be 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And
So
that's about 16 minutes from now, sir.
yeah, so +1 443 790 3925. Again, +1 443 790 3925. WhatsApp chat only. So yes, next question.
Yes, please. Mr. Joshua, again, I have asked you, I have unmuted you. Could you please speak now, sir? Mr. Joshua
Yeah, all right.
Lohan? Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
All right. Thank you very much. Dr. Stephen, thank you so much for the opportunity. I've been an ardent follower of your work, and it's a privilege to finally ask you a question in person. Now, sir, I'm relocating to Canada via study route. Like, I'm going to study. Now, I want to know, do you have plans for Canada? Because I would love to work with you. Yeah. I would also like to know if what you've taught can apply to the Canada market. Yeah,
Okay.
those are my first 2 questions.
Good question. The answer is yes. We are going to be expanding to Canada. In fact, this November ending will be my first trip to Canada. Revisiting Canada for the first time. And yes, we're expanding to Canada. However, Canada is a whole different kettle of fish. A lot of, for example, funding is not as easy in Canada like it is in America. Okay. Yes, it's not as easy as it is in America. So, however, there's a huge housing shortage in Canada, huge. So there's a lot of opportunity for real estate in Canada. In fact, I think they had to even put some restriction in how you can buy house in Canada because of the housing shortage. So yes, we will be in Canada, but it may take another 2-3 years. We're first consolidating in Texas, grow the Texas because the Texas will be our HQ, grow it very well, take, that market big time, and then gradually consolidate across all other good North American locations. So I think Canada to US is easy. So nothing stop you from being one of our internship program. We have an internship program in our Katy office. So those of you can be part of that now, whether you're in Canada or not. But that would then open Canada office. You are definitely the ones running the show. So I hope I've answered that question.
Yes, you have, sir. Thank you, sir. Well done, sir. So we will then take the next question from the Q&A session. And thank you, Mr. Joshua, for your question. So from Mr. Chris Edonwade, do I need to set up a company specifically for the real estate, or I'll take that again. Do I need to set up a company specifically for the real estate, or can an existing LLC be used that's already registered in the US? Did you get that, sir?
No, I'm not sure. So he's asking if he needs to register a new LLC for real estate or use an
Or if he can
existing.
run with an already existing LLC.
Yes, you have to register a new LLC specifically for real estate. So because there will be a business description, and you have to be able to have indicated that real estate is the core business of that, even when you're opening the corporate account. Because again, this is part of where Nigerians put themselves into trouble. You open a corporate account, they will ask you, what is the minimum kind of money you'll be making? You told them highest money will be $200,000, right? Now you started doing real estate. You see the problem now? You started doing real estate, and boom, a single transaction in that account was even 300,000. And before you say Jack Robinson, $5 million is in the account. And then you say you just got to get a call from the bank saying they don't want to do business with you. They've shut down your account. Down to them. And then you'll be wondering they are racist. They are not racist. The system is different. You say you want to do something with A, you have to do it with A. You can't do it with B. So you guys must understand these are places where everything matters, right? I remember my mentor was sharing with me years ago. This was in the 80s. And FBI came for him. And they said they're accusing him of money laundering. He said, I didn't wash the money, it's my money. Because he had moved some huge money, moved it into his wife's account, and it was his money. And they accused him of money laundering. Right? Of course, at the end of the day, the investigator realized there's nothing criminal. The source of the money was truly his money. He's a trader. And even begged him not to, they had to beg him and ask him to sign an agreement that he was not going to take FBI to court. But guess what? Imagine if when he was sending that money, he didn't even get receipt. He had to get all the receipt for because he changed the money from Naira to dollar, and he got receipt for it in the bank. Then in those days, you change it in the bank. He got receipt for all the changes, had to even go and notarize it in U.S. Embassy in Nigeria, and then send every detail to FBI. So at the end of the day, they were the one even begging him not to take them to court. So it's very important to know that if you don't do things by the books, so imagine that now they just saw money, huge money, move from Nigeria to an account in the US, and boom, FBI is already on your matter. And thank God in those days, there's no social media. In this day and age where there's social media, what people will just say is that FBI is after him, or FBI, or FBI. And that in itself just creates a whole mess. Before you'll be able to prove to everyone that FBI did not, you are not a criminal, you are gone.
Perfect. Thank you so very much, sir. We also have a question from, there is the 70%, how would it be paid back? There is okay, no. Okay, so Mr. Chris, we have answered your question, and then the next question we have is from Pen Fabs Royale. And the message states, I'm in Canada. How do I take part in the internship program in America?
Well, send me a WhatsApp chat and I will link you up with the American team and you can talk to them and you can be part of it. They will tell you all the details. Also, we're doing the Cameroon retreats. Please make sure you're there. It's going to be a very impactful class. I look forward to meeting a lot of you there. I've given you all my number, +1 443 790 3925. Chat me up and I'll give you the details of whatever way you want to partner. The rule is tell me your full name and be transparent with me. Sometimes I meet people, oh, Dr. Steven, I want to invest with you. I need returns on investment. And I say, what's your budget? And they go mute. Okay, Oga, we're doing business here. You have to be willing to state, this is how much I have, right? So again, a lot of mentality, like I said, in Africa, some things don't work the way everything is just one way, but just change the mentality. If you want to do business with someone in America, you have to tell them your budget. Even if you say you want to start your own real estate company and you need my help, my first question would be, what is your budget? Is how things are done here. It's a budgeted country, right? So, but when you start with open budget, it just makes me see that you're not serious, right? So again, when you're chatting me up, be as open as possible. There's nothing that, is new under the sun. So your ability to be as transparent with me will help me to help you. There's something we always say in my village. They said, whoever will wash your dead body the day you die, you do not hide from them. Let me say that again. Whoever will wash your dead body the day you die, you do not what? Hide from them. So please, it's important. I remember somebody very close to me. He's been going through some big family issues. I didn't open up. By the time you open up, things had really gotten bad. And I kept saying to him, why didn't you tell me? So say, so let's learn to open up. It's very important. So somebody's asking my number again, +1 443 790 3925. I repeat it, +1 443 790 3925. For the last time, +1 443 790 3925. There's a Solomon that has question. Ola Dotson Solomon.
Yes, his hands has been up, and I have unmuted him. I have requested for him to unmute himself. Mr. Solomon, are you live now? Can you please speak up?
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Steven Akitayo. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm a current an MBA student at the Oklahoma State University, and I'm looking forward to have an internship in your organization. And I don't know how to start, or I don't know how to go ahead. Please, can you please give an opportunity? I don't know if you can give me an heads up to start. I don't know, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon.
Heads up to start. I'm not sure I get that.
So basically, he would want to sign up for the internship program at the US office. He's in Oklahoma, USA, and so he wants to know how would he go about being an intern? How can he go about being an intern at GTEx Holdings USA?
I think I've answered it. I said he should chat me up, and I'll link him up with the US team. Again, the rule for our internship, we don't pay, but we give you commission for every sale that you make, and the commission is generous. 3%, as high as 3%, some are 2%. In terms of the, property cost in the US, that's a lot of money. That's a lot. So it's even going to be more than people earning salary. So I advise that you chat me up. I'll link you up with the team. You also must show that you are able to take care of yourself. And the internship is most part physical. You have to do minimum 3 times a week. So in some rare cases where you have certain rare skill sets, we may consider virtual because we understand that can still work. Okay.
Yes,
Are
sir.
we
Thank you
taking
so
any
very
more
much,
questions?
sir. Sir?
Are we taking any more questions? We're wrapping up.
I think it's a good time to. Every good thing comes to an end. I think we have just. I will take this last question from Kolade Fadayomi. And it states, "Good evening, sir. I know this session is related to real estate investment in the USA, but I would love to find out if you mentor new real estate companies here in Nigeria with focus on private equity funding and networking. How can someone leverage on your experience, expertise, and brand to scale their business?" So basically, I think what Mr. Kolade wants to know is, do you mentor real estate businesses in Nigeria? And how can he be a part of that? Because he's looking to leverage on your brand, your network, and your expertise.
The answer is 100% yes. I mean, it all started in Nigeria, and most of the people you're seeing here are my real estate mentees in Nigeria, right? Most of the people here had enjoyed my mentorship in Nigeria, which is why they are now interested in me mentoring them in Nigeria, in US as well. So yes, the answer is yes, 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 yes. The first advice would be you need to attend the real estate investment masterclass. One is taking place in Abuja. I'm in Abuja at the moment, Saturday and Sunday in Abuja. Again, send me a WhatsApp message. I will link you up with the office. They'll give you the details that you can attend. If you can't attend the Abuja one, you can attend Port Harcourt one, which will be upper weekend. And then Lagos one will be in November. Right, so and we have for US as well. In November, we're doing the one in the US and Dubai. So yes, start with the class because the class will be very detailed and to focus on particularly challenges in Nigeria, how to raise funding, how to structure a business. And from there, you can now join the one-on-one mentorship. So we run a one-on-one mentorship aside the classes, but the classes is where to begin from. But in the one-on-one mentorship is where I can customize solutions for you. Because the reality is that there are some things we are discussing here that, it's generic, right? So some of you still have things you will need me to be able to open up and say, this is this peculiar challenge I face in my business. Okay? And I need advice. I need how to go about things. So that's why the one-on-one mentorship is there, where we're able to take personal issues dedicated in your own business, not generic solution. So one can now give you a customized solution to solving your challenges. I'll give an example. One of my mentees, who is a real estate developer, is a developer, yet he couldn't go to his own site. He could not go to the sites where his estates are due to insecurity, due to fear, Now that's a customized solution, and I had to literally work with him to change his security architecture. Okay, I had to even correct him on some things. He was coming to my office. He had two police van. He had this, he had that. I said, if you're going to your sites like this all the time, you've just told, the kidnappers to come and kidnap you, because now they know it's the high profile person coming, right? So those are customized, advice and they are not in textbooks. You can't find it in a book, right? It's only something you and I can discuss via Zoom one-on-one, and also with your business, your staff. How do we work on them? How do they? If I do training for my mentees, they come with their staff, and I just train their staff as well. And you don't know how powerful it is. I enjoyed that with Dr. Cosmos as well, and several other mentors, where they come and train my staff. So imagine people looking at your mentor taking the pain to train them. It tells them that your future is great. For people at my level to be interested in training your staff gives those staff hope that company is going places, and it encourages them to be loyal to the system.